Done and done. I literally can see out the side. Somebody just tuned into the chat room. It's amazing. It's amazing. Vision. Vision is amazing. Well, I guess it's side vision. Oh. Do I let that ant slide today? Let me see. It's gonna rain. That was clever. That was clever. That was clever. The timing, though. The topic of the so the topic of the video. By the way, for the record, whenever you see me focus on something and kind of stop, you know, like if you're looking at rain that's getting ready to come your way, and you can see the layers of it. Okay, you can literally see the layers of it, and you can see it moving too. You can see it moving. It's like that with me with spirits too. Like it just be so quick, so like a microsecond, but it's like a little shadow. If you watched Ghost Hunters before, they showed you that with their cameras and stuff like that. The moon is in Aquarius going into Pisces. I'm not really addressing the chat room today because the chat room, for the most part, doesn't work for, well, I mean, I guess the chat room can work for me if you look at it in a bigger way, but all of it works to your good. That is true. The clarity today, the clarity. The moon is in Aquarius, getting ready to go into Pisces full moon, and that means I am representing my midheaven, coming into the fullness of my sunshine right in front of you. And see, I'm sharing it with you. So I'm sharing it with you because, well, number one, because I want to. Number two, because who's going to speak on me more than me? Number three, because I know this is going to bring somebody clarity. Number four, well, this is a part of my ministry. And for those who I help, glad to help. And for those who want to, like, get upset and be outside or beyond, or shit, you got a problem with yourself, that's your problem. That's a personal problem. I mean, I think I done cussed out everybody that need to cuss out. So I have mentally, emotionally, and spiritually purged most of my demons out. I'm good. And I'm coming up on a milestone as we're coming into this harvest season. I used to get a little upset when people said harvest, 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 because I felt the energies of those who were saying harvest, that I knew, oh, you really think you're harvesting off of me? And these were the very ones that would always say Pisces to Lulu and Pisces to Lulu. You got some of the craziest people that you could find, or some of the, crash outs on social media who were truly crashing out. Like, no offense, but there's a particular VAL who does tarot. I think then most of these people are always in California on the West Coast. But she and her husband, I don't know what her husband is. And the funny thing about it is people who got like aligned together, and we do. And the thing about social media is, they may not have even known each other. They may have just been together for a grift. And she might have been really talking. She might have really been talking about her life. So I don't dispute it. But I know she was one of the worst ones, talking about how crazy Pisces can be, and Pisces is this and Pisces is that. And it's like, is that some self-hate in you? And it was. It was self-hate, and people are paid to self-hate themselves by people who literally hate you, and they want you to hate yourself too, because they're such miserable little muggles and bitches. But that's all they do. Misery loves company. You've always heard that, and that's true. Misery loves company. But justice and truth stands alone. So I'm good in my home, in my zone. I'm very well aware of the raising of the energy in the background. But it really does kind of sound like a surround sound. Because if you know, all of this, one way or the other, is Fort Bragg, per se. Let's just say, you got to be aware of your lineage, okay? How many of you know what Essene is, or what does Essene mean? Essene. That's why I start my day off. I've had this. This is 2026, the Essene Book of Days, 2026. It gives you guidance, and it lets you know where the moon is at too. For years, the funny thing about it, because I'm not the best at reading instructions, I just kind of do what I do. And I would look at this and read this, and then go to another website, the moon chart, the moon giant, the moon chart, to see where the moon is at. And it took me years to, like, you know what, girl? Did you take the time to see that? Like, you read all of this, but did you take the time to recognize that? So this is telling you that the moon is getting ready to be full in a moment. So we're in the third quarter, getting ready to go into the fourth quarter, and Aquarius is moving into Pisces. And so, literally, as far as books or starting out morning meditation books, this is the only book that I'll ever need. But I have a lot of books around me too. And again, no disrespect to the people in the chat room. I've never disrespected the people who come into the chat room with truth. The ones who come in with lies and spies and insults. I could give a fuck about any of you. I don't even know. It's the same old people every time. They say the same thing. Oh, it's Whoopi's mama. Oh, where you get that teeth at? Oh, your hair is this. These are the people who are the grifters. These are the people who really aren't, they're not worth nothing. They're not shit. I mean, they literally are not shit. You don't know if you're talking to a bot. You don't know if you're talking to a simp or a stan. You don't know if you're talking to somebody's kid that's been set up, and none of that was God's plan. And yet it was God's plan too, because it all helps you to be a bigger and stronger you. But it's sad. It's really true. When I get to that VAL, that was the 333 and all of that, with all that, I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Do you need mental health? And you saw her crash out. I saw her completely crash out on social media. And I'm like, was that what these people were trying to? Was that what these people wanted me to do? And the answer is yes. See, these miserable little muggles really want you to crash out on YouTube. And that's why I wrote myself and produced myself my poetry book, my audio therapy book, where you don't have to read. I mean, it's all, books are fine and well, because we do need books. Reading is a beautiful thing. Reading is fundamental. But it's sad that you have a whole generation that's going to grow up not really reading. They're going to be doing everything from AI. Kids don't even know how to write cursive no more. When you say cursive, like, they write out their name very beautifully. I think cursive is a beautiful art form, like cuneiform, like, what is it, typography, like calligraphy, like all of that. It's a beautiful thing. But now we're getting back to, I guess, kids just know how to do an X, or everybody writes like a doctor. You know what I mean? Because when a doctor, one thing about doctors, reminding you, I grew up, mama's a nurse, so not the heroin addict. You people are the worst. They know who I'm talking about. You see doctors like writing like, what is that? I would suspect that it's supposed to be somewhat legible, but illegible like that. So therefore, somebody couldn't be faking prescriptions, like writing prescriptions for everybody. And because you have people who are good at forging names, you really, really do. You really, really have people who, they'll look at your name. Like, that's how you see a lot of people in court, and a lot of documents are forged. And they probably forged some of yours too. And that's why I brought up the time about, if somebody's got an insurance policy on you, and you didn't take an insurance policy out, you can sue that person. Because nobody can take an insurance policy out on you. I mean, your mom and your daddy can. Your real mother and your father can when you're a child. But if you're an adult, nobody can take an insurance policy out on you unless you sign over to that. Because that's saying they took an insurance policy out on you. And if something happens to you, they get the benefits. That's fraud. I remember an old lady, start calling little, ain't nothing little about her. They kept saying, I should take out an insurance policy on you. I should take out an insurance policy on you. Yeah, okay. A Leo that I used to know. All these people that I used to know. By the way, if you're wondering what this is a moonstone. Now, with the full moon going into Pisces, some people sleep with crystals under their pillow. I sleep with, which I probably need to remove that, because amethysts are good healing crystals, and ironically, wait a minute, I don't really have it. Well, that's purple. That's purple. And that's purple. Here I am, because I'm a February Pisces too, and the stone for February, the gemstone for February is amethyst. Look at what amethyst can do. And then you started having these readers. I'm an amethyst. I represent an amethyst. I'm amethyst tarot. And I'm like, man, these people must think I'm really slow. And they did. Hey, dragonfly. It's a quiet day. It's, mommy says, show the clouds. The sky matches my hair. There's some blue up there too, and the sun's right there. So the topic of today's video is, and I did let the ants slide, and I'm going to I'm going to explain. It's funny how the future forecasting just comes like that. The bountiful harvest is gathered. Let me say this about that, the moonstone. And putting a moonstone under your pillow. You will thank me later, or you'll find out why I should have listened to Val. A lot of people are saying that today. The real Val. I should have listened to ValJonesDaO. She ain't never lied, yo. Why would I lie? Would I lie to you? Annie Lennox. When I was going through my journey years ago, a crystal store that I used to frequent, but I haven't frequented in a while, in years, yo. I mean, because my favorite health food store kind of moved closer to this side, and I find different places to get my incense. By the way, I'm burning sandalwood today. Look at what sandalwood does. Not champa sandalwood. I have a satya or whatever it be. I have a particular type of. All sandalwood is not sandalwood. I go straight for the Indian. Um, you know what I mean. Satya, Satya, nag champa and all that. Yeah, sandalwood. Shout out to the person a long time ago when I was in Atlanta, who an Arab brother. My husband and I used to frequently support it and made friends with certain people with the Arab culture. That's why I say if an Arab got a problem with me, you got a bigger problem. And again, I'm serious about ALLAT. I've had some good people. I had to like pull back from all the trash that really were targeting me, and it's that you got set up. And you still probably don't know, because a narcissist, at the end of the day, a narcissist, they think they're smart, and they are smart to a degree, but they're actually very, very slow, because they get stuck in a loop, and they get stuck in a box that they want to put you in. And that's why they put so much energy in making you small, because their mentality and their I mean, sisters, can we go with the energy right now today? Because the moon is in Aquarius and it's going into Pisces, and it's the things I don't say. Whatever you've heard me say, I have held back. I be pulling punches all the time. I told you this. I told you, man. I could be a wicked bitch when you get me when you get me offline. I can break your heart. I can break your soul. I can break your spirit. Too easy. I will be a good bad cop. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay. I should have. Why would shoot? Take psychology. I need to be teaching a psychology class. I know there's some teachers that probably hated my ass because they all thought they were smart and this and that, whatever it be. Whoop-de whoop-de whoop-de. And then they met me. This bitch. Well, why I gotta be a bitch because I'm smarter than you? And it's that too. There are so many people. There's so many people who are just incensed. I mean, they're incensed. They have lost their mind. How can she be smarter than me? I don't know. You need to take that up with God, or your, or your mother. I'm trying. Can you go one reading without saying that word today the way you do? Uh, we'll see. But the moon is in Aquarius, going into Pisces. You know what Aquarius don't give a fuck what they say. Not at all. Oh, and I can be detached from it too. Okay. Okay. And there's the plane. All right. Focus. What was I saying? First about how a narcissist, I will say this. I will give them credit for this. They are, because they do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you hear that old adage about practice makes perfect. You know what I mean? So I guess practice makes the perfect narcissist in their frame of what they do. If their effort is to manipulate you and make you feel small, they practice that. They practice that and they play that out too. And that's all they do. But see, when you look at that, that's a one skill set. They practice and they practice and they perform that every day. I'm going to make that person feel small. I'm going to make that person hate themselves. I'm going to make that person wish that they never lived. I'm going to make that person. It's just that same old anger and that same old energy and that same old self-hate every day. And they practice it on everybody they see. And that's all they do. Okay, wow. We're teaching a different type of psychology class today. I should be, why am I not getting paid for this? You're getting paid for this in different ways. Okay, right. That's all they do. So that's why you have like the Jay Shettys of the world, and even, people call themselves gurus and stuff like that, because they want to come to you and make you think that you need them. But in that same token, they are the ones manipulating stuff behind the scenes. And that's what they do all the time. And you can be, doing your thing, da 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 da, and then just something just come out of the fray and out of the blue, and something just weird hits you. Now let me tell you something about narcissists. Narcissists never do this by themselves. Narcissists are cheap. Narcissists are cheap in their life. They're cheap in their mind too. They're cheap in their whole. They have no spirituality, but they'll swear out that they're most spiritual and religious too. They have to surround themselves with groups. They have to surround themselves with a circle of, for the lack of a better phrase, they have to surround themselves with idiots. Okay, not saying that if you have been ostracized or manipulated by a narcissist, that makes you an idiot. But that's what they feel that you are, because they're laughing at you. And they love it. They love it. Narcissists are literally the ones that, like what you say, the jar spells, they're literally the ones write your name and put it in a jar. Like they really think that I'm gonna keep this person. Narcissists need supply, so they have to surround themselves with people. And then you end up realizing while they're manipulating you and you believe their lies, and then somehow they make you think that you're a liar, and then you start telling lies too. Narcissists are weird motherfuckers. I don't have time for narcissists. I don't. But yet so many, I've ran through so many of them. So I'm like, oh, okay. Which is part of what I'm supposed to do. The topic today, Val Jones, DAO. Have you ever Googled what the word DAO means? I've said it before. DAO means path, the way. What's the way for you? I told you it's that spiritual path. You have the left side, you have the right side. It's like a penny or a dime or a quarter, whatever it be. You have a coin. And you have the top or the bottom, whatever you call it, the heads or the tail. But then you have that little thin little layer in the middle. It's not always about the top or the bottom. It's about that middle layer, the middle path. You've heard that before, right? Now, you have a lot of narcissists and so-called gurus who want to talk about the middle path, but that's not what they follow. They follow the path of their own narcissistic mind, and they think they are the greatest of all times. They're the ones that really believe they are God, or they're the ones who they have to take. You will find out, most narcissists drink too much. They smoke too much. They really do believe in doing drugs and mind-altering things. See, bing, 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 bing. There you go. Mind-altering stuff. They like to alter your mind. They think they're rough and tough with, I can break that person. And they run into somebody like me. Just a little old lady. Little old kid. Just being me. Never underestimate the ability of a Pisces with a midheaven and Aquarius. Air signs are very manipulative. And that's not to blanket all air signs, but if we're going to go through this zodiac thing, there's a reason. It's a guide, remind you. It's not an absolute, it's a guide. So I will say that right off the bat. You got to take what resonates with you with these things and discard the motherfucking rest. Not to pull that out from somebody else, because I'm not like nobody else. But like, you don't think I know that you're watching. You don't think I know that you're like, some watching, some stalking. I mean, I've had certain people, I won't say hey, but they were really imitating. You could tell they were imitating certain astrology readers and tarot readers when they came around me. And I think they didn't think I saw that or noticed that. Or what's is that narcissistic mind? Everybody to them is underclass. Everybody's beneath them. But once you peep their game, you see, number one, a narcissist is insane. First off, you're not dealing with a bright mind. You're not dealing with a right mind. Because somebody who is that so narcissistic and manipulative, they don't realize that box that they tried to put you in, well, who made the box? Then, what is a gatekeeper? A gatekeeper is someone who has to gatekeep you in that little box. So that means that they're stuck in that box too. And they're the ruler of that box, and nobody gets out of this box until I say so. So they lock themselves in. They're very limited. Narcissist mindsets are very, very limited. And that's not really being aware of what's all around you when the sun is coming out even more. Holy Spirit come through. Daddy says our girl is on point today. Midheaven going into my sun sign. Full moon too. So I have no needs or no, I didn't cuss at everybody. I think I've clearly, everybody knows the FBI, the CIA, the FBD, Fort Bragg, Pope Air Force Base, my Sky Dragons, my Screaming Eagles. This just never gets old. This energy around me, or this energy that I exude, or this, just whatever this is. It's hard to explain. It's hard to describe. And a narcissist wants you to describe it or be mad about it, crash out about it, because they want that energy too. That's what they want to be. I am what the narcissist wants to be, but can never be. And that's why they hate me. So I get it now. And it's so sad when you think people, I don't even know these people. Like, why are they hating me? But you got to understand the mentality, or the lack of mentality. Some of that be. Wow. And it's the poetry thing too. I remember a while back, few years back, I want your poetry. I want you to do your poetry. And I'm thinking, who's telling me that? Because I heard it, I felt it, and I heard the voice too. I want your poetry. I want you to do your poetry. But you gotta figure out, like, which one is telling you that. Is this the good or the bad? Because I'm like, with me, sometimes it comes in twos. And it always does, not just with me, if you ever notice. And I say this because I don't want you to feel fearful of doing anything good. But reminding you, when you're always on top of your game, and when you're excelling, and when you good, you know what they say, the bigger the levels, the bigger the devils. So know that when you're shining and you're shining your growth and your harvest really does irritate these little these wiki wacky folks. They get mad because they want you sad. They want you in a box. They want you locked in that box. They want you locked in that jail cell like Diddy did with those people that he couldn't get out, like the girl that he beat up. Oh, honey. My parents knew. Oh no, no. They thought they were going to sort our daughter out. She don't know. They don't know. They don't know her. They don't know her. They don't know her. Let's let's remove her out of this energy because these small-minded, egomaniacal people really think they're going to play on her top, and they have not a clue just where her top is. They think they know. No, excuse me. Aquarius. Aquarius is I know, right? But do you though? Pisces, as I believe. Aquarius is I know. How many Aquariuses right now are crashing out to the flow? I don't care how much you say you're smart. I don't care how many pills you take. I don't care how many drinks you drink. I don't care how many drugs you take. As Earth, Wind, and Fire said, you can tell by the look on their face. And they'll look at you and see you smiling, and they'll call you fake. That's a fake smile. That's a fake laugh. You know how fake air signs laugh? That's fake. I mean, if you can't like figure that out, I'm like, what's wrong with these people? But then that's where mommy said, see, you made the mistake of thinking these people on the same level as you. You gave other people too much credit. They were never on your level. Never going to be. You put yourself with the people, and you're not with the people. You are an oracle. The sun came out, and the plane came out. The sun came out, and the plane came out even more. I find the irony and the synchronicity of the sun is shining on me. It's like that, and it's that too. Everybody, this spiritual daddy, somebody gonna be your big daddy. So that was a mind game that they tried to play on people. You got a big daddy coming in. You got a spiritual daddy coming in. And my daddy's going like, you people. And if you gotta ask who you people are, then you are those people. You people mess with the wrong father's kid. Do you know what Essene is? Essene. Look it up. Sometimes you need to Google up these words as much as you Google porn and all that, toxic shit. But yeah, Faith. My middle name is Faith. They gave me the name of Faith. Middle name. Keep the faith, baby. I talked about that from Adam Clayton Powell, a pioneer, a legend, and as far as a lawyer, an attorney who ended up running for Congress. Look up the history and the legend of Adam Clayton Powell. You stand on the backs and the legacy of him, but look at that. Look at where that legacy is now. Look at a lot of the politicians, and I'm not saying all the politicians are crooked. I would hope they're not. But at this point, this whole voting thing seems to not help a lot. You have the same people just being voted in all the time. I feel that no one who has served more than 30 years in office, why are you still there? Most people don't even stay at a job, 30 years. So either they retire, they get the little gold watch or whatever it be, and they're like, then they got to go somewhere else. These are the very people who want to vote on welfare and want to talk about welfare and these people on welfare. Reminding you, they get their little congregation. I guess they call them, what they call them? Their little supporters or whatever it be. And they start to say, well, that person's on welfare and that person's in the projects, and they put a lot of color in it, but it's really colorless to me. I mean, it has nothing to stand on, because when you talk about projects, again, I will say you don't know your history. It's just like, when white people started getting, not all white people, because shout out to the ones who are waking up, but the same old narcissist motherfuckers who always want to say they're tough, the same one who are like, well, I'm come to get you, you better go inside. I'm like, you really don't know me right. I'm really not the one you want to threaten. There's the reason why, Miss ValJones, the minute you try to threaten me, I'll jump up in your face. I'm a different type of chick, what can I say? But legacy does mean something. Your legacy does mean something. Your lineage means something too. My mother and my father were both upstanding people. They didn't take shit from no one. So I don't know why you think I would take some shit from you. That is just insane to me. Because your mama was a trash bag, or because your daddy was a trash bag, a hoe, and a drunk gave birth to you, or whatever. And it may not be. Maybe you just decide to end. Because some children, they go off grid and they get caught up in this ish. And so you can't blame it on the parents. It's, especially at a certain age, you're old enough to know what you're doing. So you can't blame it on your parents, okay? If you're still blaming it on your parents at a certain age, there's something wrong with you. I mean, I thought you were supposed to be an adult now. But then you have a lot of adults living with their mummies and their daddies, too. And a lot of these are the simps and the sands and the people who are grifting you with social media. And that stuff has been played out. I'm telling you one thing. You mess with the wrong person. So that's why I'm outside, doing what I do. Um, just giving you a little intel about the narcissist. And I have not even asked for money yet. So, wow. I really do need to be about my business. But consider this my philanthropy for you, that I'm giving you some real good energy and some real good tea for me. I didn't even know I was going to come on today. Honestly, I was just going to come on tomorrow and do my music soul school cafe, because that is so me. But I have been like really paying attention to it all and trying to figure out just what is my mission and my assignment in this thing. But I'm on my assignment. I've always been. I just have a habit of, I don't like being thrown in nobody's circles, because I break all of them. Because whether it's a circle or a square, it's still a box. It's still a containment somewhere. And water just likes to flow. We're fluid, but not fluid like a hoe. And it's that too. When you say the name fluid, you got to look at both ways. Like, this is fluid. Water is fluid. Juice is fluid. Tea is fluid. Coffee is fluid. No coffee, by the way, today. And it's that too. Even though I was doing coffee, people were coming in, like, you had certain entertainers, I guess, or the lack thereof, like greedy folks. Like, I'm sipping my coffee. I'm sipping my coffee. See me sipping my coffee. I'm slurping too. See, I'm sipping my coffee. How's that working for you today? The beauty of karma. There's a reason why YouTube snatched a lot of channels and a lot of views away. I'm not getting the views that I used to. Yeah, that's just the start. See what bad harvesting can do? You planted in the wrong place. You weren't very smart. Today would be the time to acknowledge. Sometimes you have to acknowledge when you're stupid. And I mean that, and again, that's the thing about me. I don't exactly know. I mean, I guess I could know. I guess so. Let's be real about it. So I guess I just choose to be brutally honest. I don't have to be. I could just sugarcoat the shit and say, gives me a headache to even think about it. I mean, I just go straight to the chase, because I mean, like, right now we don't have the time for me to sugarcoat and just walk people like I'm walking a little puppy, or there's nothing like little puppies who feel like I'm the big dog. I'm gonna have to put you in a pound. You're not the big dog. You're the clown. Or you got some women, I'm the big cat. I got my seed brings all the boys to the yard, and nobody wants that. There's the one that goes fluid, up and down, to and fro. They're the ones you call it, on YouTube, you call them 304s, because I guess YouTube has taken away certain things, especially if you're monetized, so you can't say the word hoe, you can't say the word rape, and you can't say the word drugs. YouTube, you on some shit. But hey, I didn't come here to be monetized. I came here to talk my stuff and do what I do. So if YouTube wants to threaten to take me off, go ahead, bitch. Do you? I am not threatened by the Kardashians YouTube. You can show hoes and you can show people being raped, but you can't say how that feeling is or what that is in real life. You have to You have to be careful. Well, listen, as far as being monetized, don't you have it on your channel that if this is supposed to be 18 plus, or you're saying that you're reaching the adults? I think kids very much know what drugs and rape is because they're being raped and drugged. So it's sad that where you're supposed to have free opinion on YouTube that you can't say what it really is. To me, that sounds like some gatekeeping shit. And that's the shit I don't do. See, like right now, the haters coming in. Your mother's a spear chucker. Probably right. And she's getting ready to check that spear right in you. How does that make you feel now that you said that? You just made your own doom come true. Your mother is a spear chucker. My great, 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 great ancestors were spear chuckers and getting ready to chuck that spear right into you. See how dumb narcissists are? Was that supposed to bother me? Oh yeah, that's Bore Atlas again. It's just like I stopped saying I was, for a moment, I was every day. Because then I just block and delete, block and delete. And in fact, I thought I blocked and deleted you. So YouTube, I told you, you got a problem, honey. I suggest you pull your people away, but I'm going to go ahead and let that little bitch talk, okay? Because what you don't know, or what you refuse to believe, is that you got the FBI and CIA and FED all over YouTube. And you have messed with their family. And they're real about their family. And justice, too. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go ahead and hurl those insults. And after you've hurled them, your mother was a spirit chucker. She wasn't, but probably great-great-great-grandmother was. And getting ready to chuck that spirit. And great-great-great-grandpapa was, too. And getting ready to chuck that spirit right in you. Now, since that have seemed to be an epic fail. See, that's how narcissists fail. They say little stuff like that to get you off your game. So that's how that's Boaz's last, that's Boaz's 50 minutes of fame. So we didn't address him anymore. We're gonna make him invisible. In fact, I'm not gonna block him. I'm gonna let him see how and why I destroy them systematically. Too much drugs, too much DMT, too much alcohol. They should have never come for me. Narcissists are stupid, but they're good at what they do, which is manipulating people and trying to get them in a box and keep them in a box. They're like a bad, what are they? They're creepy, they're weird, they're strange. And many of us not here, and it could be AI, you never know. But I'm saying YouTube, you trying to change up that stuff. You think that digital signature won't be found. But if anybody knows how to find a digital signature, do you realize the technology that can come out of NASA and the FBI and the military too? You mess with real military people who have real families too. We're not the fake bots and the fake kids and the fake terror workers and the fake this and fake that. And these are the people who want to troll you off of media like you tried to troll off Elizabeth Sharp and it's that. And you have some very hating men, very narcissistic men who are conflicted, who don't know if they want to be women or men, and they hate women. Well, they hate themselves. I don't know why they hate their mama. I don't know if the mama sucked them off. I don't know if their daddy raped them. And see, that's the beautiful thing about me not being monetized. I can say, did your daddy rape you? Did your mama rape you? Did you rape your sister? Did you rape the cat, the dog, or whatever it be? You know what? I'd rather have my mama be a spear chucker than a rapist and a pedophile. Different type of energy. See, and I can talk about being raped because I have by a friend and a boyfriend too. So that's why I said somebody wants to play that. I know, don't break. Well, this crystal's not going to break. This moonstone's not going to break. But this is just me saying, listen, this is something that you don't want to threaten me with. And this is why I'm watched the way I am. Because these people know, oh, she'll do it too. You think for a minute, for a second, if I felt some negative bitch come my way, you think that you could literally, you think that I don't feel, and I am very comfortable in my feelings on everything I do and everything I say. I have shown that my senses are beyond lit. Like doing this oracle cards and stuff. I really didn't want to do none of this, like with the poetry, and that's why I speak through parables. Now, don't let the little Vegas hoe talk about what's the parables, it's the parables. But I said that, like I said, everybody's different, like a snowflake. That where do you think he got it from? But I'm not Miss Graham. I'm not. I'm Miss Graham. But you're just a fan. You're just a cis fan, I suppose. But you playing in this game too, and you play with the wrong one. And I believe he's a little conflicted hoe too. But just like with these cards and stuff, I really didn't want to do this because I'm like, well, everybody's doing. I want to do what everybody does. I'm not like that. I'm like an original to the heart. If everybody's doing this, I'm like, no. But then Sarah said, but you do this in real life. You've always been an oracle in real life. You've always been a seer in real life. You've always been an empath in real life with so much empathy that you gave to everybody. Everywhere you went, you tried to make situations better than what it was and found yourself spent. Your energy was spent planting seeds in barren fields. You wanted to make everything better. You wanted to fix stuff up. And then you end up not getting a meal. They're feeding off of you. Every radio station I had did that to me too. The times that when radio was great, it was absolutely great and everything was just yay for me. And then all of a sudden somebody got jealous and whoop, there it be. The jealousy, the envy, the greed, the self-hate. I go down the line and all of that, and I might do that on another video, okay, and go systematically through all my radio stations of what happened and where the collapse came from. Because I can address it to a T. And that's why narcissists want to play smart ones, a real one, like they're dumb. Dumb I never was, and dumb I never will be. So you can hurl all the insults you want to from that jail cell, from that box in your mind. A jail cell is a jail cell, whether it's in hell or your mind or in real time. And you too, you know what? And they do this too. I mean, you might say that you're doing things like they're, well, I mean, that's some real money though. That's not doing things. So that's actually some action. So again, shout out to, well, I mean, you're just reporting on that, to Senator Jeff Jackson in North Carolina, and Governor Stein too, who North Carolina is getting ready to get about a whole ton of money from all of this, meta mess with the kids, stalking these kids the way you do. I think it's one thing. Either way, it's bad. It's horrible when you manipulate a grown person. What they do, what a narcissist and what a scammer does, is a crime. It's a crime against nature. It's a crime in real time. It's a crime against spirituality. It's a crime against my 5 principles: morality, integrity, credibility, accountability, and responsibility. It's a crime on every degree. They try to break you down and make you nothing because they're stuck in their box that they created for you, and they're stuck too in that box of misery. That's why narcissists love to have people. That's why they'll come on your channel and want to argue with you, and if you focus on that, then see, what they don't care. They just, well, see, you talking to me now. And then I'm like, okay, well, now this conversation is through. And then they'll turn around and hurl another insult. Well, I'm going to get it with this, and I'm going to get it with this. And realize that now at this moment, I don't give a shit, bitch. You're already dead to me. You're like a ghost of my past. Who is this? What is this? Nothing. But back to me, because it always is back to you. If you have a strong sense of self, if you really, truly have a strong sense of self, this will cease to bother you. And I love the fact how sometimes it gets to this, you got all these people in their groups because somebody made the mistake of, well, somebody said, I guess they talk too much. And they usually do. Because you give a narcissist a minute, they will tell on themselves because they love to be braggadocious. I'm the great one. I'm the guru. I'm the doo-doo. Do-do-do-do-do. They start sounding like Scooby-Doo-Doo. Scooby-Doo-Doo. And Shaggy too. Where's the mystery machine? I'm more like Velma. I think some thought I was Daphne, but I'm more like Velma, you know what I mean? Without the glasses, it's that too. Do I have to wear the glasses to be just like you? I'm not going to do that. So you think I didn't see? Everybody's got glasses on. Do you have glasses on because you need glasses? Is that a signature for the group? I don't know. I don't care. It's all this stuff is ridiculously funny to me right now. But let me get back to it. When I started out with the bountiful harvest is gathered, morning focus, the angel of water, Pisces. Here we go. Full Buddha to Pisces. Let me get back to the ant. Maybe ant was enlightened too. Maybe this was the enlightened ant that I let go. You can tell. Oh, I did. Which I'm going to do another video later on today, which I did yesterday, but it talked about how you can tell these people who do OnlyFans, like you can act like, I'm this, and I'm just a wonderful terror, and I'm a spiritualist, and I'm an intuitive reader, and I'm here to do what you do, and da-da-da, and all these people on OnlyFans too. You can tell you're on OnlyFans. I mean, you might be hot, and maybe that they did that for a reason, because Diddy did that too. So, some people took literally, like, I'm not saying that Diddy did it first, because it was probably did to him, but then he took that and just escalated the shit. And why is that there anyway? Because that's just out there, but I'm gonna let it go because it's not in my yard, so hell, let me mind my business. But like, you're hot, and menopause is no joke, but you come off, there's no way that you don't think that people like me can't see when you got to show your cleavage. All you got to do is just drop a strap and do this, and you're on OnlyFans. Like, I just need to see some boobies, baby. Can't you show me some boobies, baby? Yeah, I got love bomb like that too. I got love bomb, and it just went against everything moral about me. But hey, nobody's perfect. And it's funny when people try to get you to be perfect, and there's absolutely nothing perfect. These are some of the most broken people, the people who would talk to you like the spirit checking little motherfucker, who probably got a teeny little dick. Or ain't got no boobs, and it's that shit. Or could be a boy who wants to be a girl, or a girl who wants to be a boy. I mean, they're all confused. They're conflicted. They really are. Oh, wait a minute. Let me say how you do, because I peep game with the language. You up here wanting to be a speaker, a public speaker, but you're saying stuff like you is, you is. Anytime I hear that, I'm like, or they is. You is and they is. Excuse me or not, but as someone who made A's in spelling and grammar, I peep when stuff is grammatically incorrect. So what type of public speaker are you? How are you getting a check speaking like that? Who are you talking to? People with their GED? Now, I mean, that's okay. You got to find your lane. Reminding you, in case you didn't get the letters, it didn't say ValJonesDaO LLC or ValJonesDaO, PhD or ValJonesDaO DA or MD. It says ValJonesDaO IMOIMLPOV. IMO. In my opinion, in my lane, point of view. So you're going to come off my own channel and tell me I can't say what I have to say? The Pisces look up and look down like, really? And some people think they're funnier than me. I'm not competing with you. But bitch, if you want to compete, I can compete all day. I didn't realize that I don't think I'm competitive. That's kind of a lie. I'm not so competitive that you have some people who just like, which is a person that, or the people rather, that felt like, a narcissist would feel like they just got to beat you. They just got to beat you. When you have a winning personality, naturally, when you have a winning personality, naturally, you will have a narcissist that will hate you, reminding you, if you're unable, and I've said that long time ago, probably around 2012 when I first got on YouTube, like, look at what I said. Look at, if you can find, I don't know, I'm getting ready to take a lot of videos off, and I took a lot of videos off too, but some of the ones that I left on, look at some of the old ones that I left from 2012 on out. Some of those may resonate completely with what you're going through right now. So if you got on YouTube and like 2020, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and even more or less 2026, And you really think that you're schooling me? Collective. Now, this is your message for today. Sit down, little bitch. The real teacher is here. Sit down. Mind your business. You're trying to get a pay. You're trying to get a lick off me and what I say. This whole chat GBT and the chat room and the Discord was designed that way. You thought you all were smart and got a whole bunch of groups. Like I said, that's what narcissists do. They can't do stuff on their own. So right off the bat, the fact that I do stuff on my own, that so bothers them. And I'm going to talk to you because that bothers you because they're watching. They're always watching. They're a fan. They're an obsessed fan. They're a dangerously obsessed fan. I take that dangerous very serious. Serious, serious. Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Let me make this perfectly clear. Hold water in your bowl as you read. Sometime today, sprinkle it on one whom you are not close to, or perhaps cleanse their hands and feet. And I read that and I went, okay, mommy, daddy. Like, I'm a little, like, I'm not supposed to be around these hoes. But now I'm supposed to, sprinkle water, going through the Jesus Christ thing, as you would say, which is apropos to as the moon is going to the full moon in Pisces, and I told you the seventh number, the seventh path, is actually the real number of the spiritual warrior. Spiritual discernment is that. I guarantee you, if we did a real chart on when he was born, you would find that Yeshua, Emmanuel, Isa, was a seventh pather. Seven pathers, we go through this struggle. We don't just talk about it. We master our own walk, and we master everything we do by the way of our experience, by the way of our path, by the way of our DAO, DAO or TAO. It's the path. It's the middle way. There were no Christians back in his day, okay? There were followers. There were ones who saw what he did and saw his work. See, that's an ant, and I'm going to let that go. This is why I'm going to get to, because I don't like ants. I'm not close to ants at all. I don't, and I have no aunts and uncles around me that I'm close to. So all you, hey, auntie, hey, no, no, baby. No aunts, no uncles, no cousins, no nothing. It's just me. It's just me, God, Goddess, and the universe. And a really good protection team. That knows how to serve justice. So, and it's getting ready to rain today too. So I said, well, you got a few ants going here and there, to and fro. And I'm not close to them at all. But the clouds say it's going to rain. So let the rain come. That's the water being sprinkled down. See, you're even letting a few aunts and uncles go today. You're going to let nature take its course. If you ever watched Bug's Life, ants do not like rain. They do not like water. Of course, there's ground everywhere around me. But I know how to kill these ants. You can drown your plants, because plants do love water. But if you got a lot of, say for instance, when it gets cold and you want to bring your outside plants back on the inside so they don't freeze, but you've had a lot of ants and stuff like that, drown them in a tub of water. These they drown. It drowns them. There's something to be said about. It's something to be said about Red Seeing bitches. I mean, there's something to be said about. There's something to be said about the power of water. The divine daughter, Holy Spirit, is coming through. Which gets back to these cards. I didn't want to do it because I'm like, I'm not going to get into this circle of tarot readers. And I'm like, that's not what I'm going to do. But then Spirit kept saying, but you do this in reality. If you've seen me pull the cards just in the last week, if you've been watching me, and I've just been flipping the stuff for the stuff come out, and even I'm amazed at my accuracy. And I'm like, and that kept being the confirmation and the affirmation for me. Because I know what I'm supposed to do. Like I knew I was supposed to go up against these ratchet ass preachers and politicians too. But I really didn't want to do it because I knew then what would be coming for me. And as a Pisces, we really are about the peace. But when you're on your mission, like, so I've got to be the one to tell the truth. And I mean, I knew people don't like the truth. Apparently, they show that they don't like the truth. What I did know is there's so many people that I was affecting by my truth, just by my walk, just by my talk, just because I am who I am. I am that I am. You know, there are some readers right now that your face, when that face comes up, and I can see the devil in you. You can see the devil just welling through your eyes. Like, yeah, get in there. I'm like, child, you need to be exercised. But you know what? I'm going to let you and your group handle that. And you go ahead and do with that. But I'm just telling you. And I am telling you, when you start seeing the demons in people so easily. And these are the people that call the demons in me. If I had that type of demon in me, wouldn't I have already been dead? I've had so many times to be dead. I've had so many guns, seen and unseen, at my head. I've had so many witches and warlocks or whatever it be just throw off their evil and imagine the curses, and ain't nothing touching me. Yeah, I've had to go through it and feel it because at the time I didn't know. Oh, I guess I didn't know what it was. It's just that my confusion was, why so many? And who are these motherfuckers? And why they got a problem with me? Because I'm not just talking, I'll kill everybody. If I get to a certain point, Val Jones has never been the type to shy down from a fight. In fact, when I had friends, real friends, they would tell you like, no, you know, you want to, if we get ready to go down, go get Val. She's going to clear that stuff out. She's either going to settle it or she's going to set it off. I told you, my mom and my dad were a boss. My mom and my dad were high value. My mom and my dad were leaders. My mom and my dad were teachers. My mom and my dad were activists. My mom was an activist in her own way. My dad was a straight up activist and a leader and a commanding warrant officer. Chief warrant officer, commanding warrant, I don't know. You know the words just kind of same. They know what I'm talking about. So you came to the wrong one, okay? I was someone years back when I had certain social people and social workers say, you really need to stop doing that. I was the one that was helping these kids with their homework. I was the one that was helping them with their fears, or whether it be schools or they're being bullied, or they were the bully. I was the one that was giving them therapy in my own type of way. I mean, not everybody's a therapist. You might need a therapist. You played on that word too today. You know what? The fact that you played on that, because I told you, people love to play on people's misery and get money off of that. You're going to rue the day that you ever did that. I promise you. That hating ass lingo and the stuff that you all do, the wheel is turning. Whether you believe it or not, Saturn returns are real. Honey, now they're starting to talk about North Node. I've been North Noding for years. You had to make people think I was crazy. You had to make people think I was insane. You had to make people think that I wasn't using all the parts of my brain. You had to make people think that I was stupid and silly and a hoe. I told you, man. Show me proof. Send it to iamvaljones@gmail.com. Send me any type of pictures that you saw me on any dating sites or any OnlyFans. I'm stocking up evidence, yo. Because I can easily prove that none of that was me. So you got me on the web doing sex and porn and crazy shit and being in polyamorous relationships. Send that stuff to me. That's what I said. Somebody can throw, I got pictures. Send them then, bitch. Send them. Put them online. Don't just talk about it. Send them. Put them online. Now I'm addressing you in real time. You got pictures of me? You want to threaten me with pictures? Show them. show him. I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him. Actually, now I am amused and not confused. You got pictures of me? Show them. I got screenshots of you, though. I've got dick pics and all the little booby pics and stuff like that. But I realized, like I said, and I stopped doing that because I was saying every day if I have to block and delete and block and delete, and this is my block and delete and report. But people like that, they love publicity in any type of way. And then I said, I'm not going to feed the pedophiles and the perverts out there. And so I'm showing like, see, here's another 18 plus with the butt up and the G-string up, yeah, and all of that. And I'm like, you know what? I keep showing this, and I'm letting all the perverts know where the hoes are at. So wait, hold up. Now I'm acting like the pimp named Slickback. I'm pushing porn, I'm pushing prostitution, and I'm not. But I'm telling you, I'm still blocking reporting. I'm reporting it as prostitution anytime you send that to me. So I'm not going to show the pictures. I'm not going to let you get some extra money for OnlyFans, because I realize now, I didn't realize then, that there were so many perverts and crazy warped sexual deviants in our society. Like, where do we get to this? What is this going on? This is not evolution. This has gone so wrong. The world gone wrong. America gone wrong. But look at your president. He has been shown, and that's really sad. That did you really like, and I don't know what else is going on with him or why, but there's a military person. I don't know if he's in the Marines or whatever, but he was saying how the person needed to be convicted and impeached and all this and all that, and they just they're taking him to some type of court. This man served for his country in real time. See, that's the type of stuff that, let me tell you something, sir, ma'am. Take me to a court of law if you want to. You can buy certain judges, and you have, and you've threatened some too. But there are some judges that are standing up and sticking out because they're more afraid of God than you. You can't sort everybody out. And you can go on and see the podcast with Kim Jones, who really was a neighborhood drug dealer, and Laura Trump, doing podcasts and stuff like that. Kim Jones had been giving J. Cole all this love, and even J. Cole said, I guess the neighbors think I'm selling drugs, and I is, or whatever. He says that in his video. Y'all don't listen to these videos, but I do. I listen to everything you say, bro. And I peep energy too. Aquarius is when they crash out bad. Don't they, Mark Marcel? Gurus. See, you should have listened to your real dad instead of listening to mofos like Jay Shetty. And Jay Shetty too. You know what? It's sad because we know Indian people can be some of the worst scammers too. Where you get your money from? Did the Smiths Shetty you, or did you Shetty the Smiths? So you want to come and knock on my door and try to sell me some Brightspeed again? That'll be peeping game. Listen, I don't feel I'm competitive. I'm just here to win. I don't like losing. That's why I don't do bingo. I realize now how Mama was probably making a lot of, like, Mama did that bingo thing. Mommy loves some bingo. She tried to take me to bingo with her. I don't do bingo, man. I'm a be real. So this is probably saying something about me. Mommy, I know you said it, but you're right now. These ants are bothering me. It's a little bit too much. And they are like, nah, I think you let one go. Oh, there's a parable in this. You let one go, then they all think, okay, we're getting away with Val, because Val's just like, no, bitch, no, we're not doing that. Okay, we're not doing that. Ooh, spiderweb. Hang on. No. Now he's evolved. It's one thing when you let one go, but now you start to see a problem. No, we're not doing that. So, nope. That's something I will always do. I start to see a problem, and then I let it go. And then more problems will creep up. So now I'm handling stuff faster now. When I chose to let it go and said, you know what, hey, Save yourself, little ant. But then you decide to send a message to your friends. You can come. She's all right. No, 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 no. I'm handling my business. I do. So again, if you're waiting for a pesticide person to come through, and they may not, because sometimes certain people be lying on our block. Dawn, soap and water, Dawn, especially Dawn and water. Kill some dead. Don't put them on your plants though. But you can drown these little boogers. So you can put them in a tub of water, drown them, and then you won't see ants are gone. Because I told you, watch a bug's life. They don't like rain. But nah, this started to be like, see, this is me. I'm showing you growth. Because hashtag growth today. This is a growth in me. I let one ant go. I was letting it slide. But then, okay, more ants come in. I'm like, no, these ants are really not in line. They're trying to play. They're trying to play on me. Let me go and handle my business expeditiously. Look up that word expeditiously today. So anyway, back to these little misery muggles and their mystery machine, which is not very much a mystery to me. I'm the mystery, they say it's today, because they can't figure me out. Well, narcissists can't even figure themselves out. So I don't know what the conflict is when, if you ever wanted to, like, mind fuck somebody, you mind fucked yourself. Why don't you actually work on you? But you would rather always work on someone else. So that's just sad. They're always projecting outside themselves. They always got to have other people around them. They always got to have other lovers, other people, other followers. I really don't care if I've got followers or not. I'm really one that I've been, as far as entertainment industry, for me, at the top of my charts. Hated it. I won't say I hated it, but I was just like, okay, perform not once, not twice, 3 times to a crowd of 200,000, 300,000 or more. Then what's next? Would I like to do that all the time, every year? No. That was work. Being around all those people and really putting a show together to do that, and just then having to deal with all the energies of the crowd, and energies are just very, very different right now. People are so insane. I never knew so many people were insane. So I kept hearing my people across the way say, I'm retired. They'll tell you, but they won't tell you. See, I get it. I peep game. But you don't know. That's why I told you, I've got certain people with the special ops and special forces who are watching me and like, you know what? We love her. She good to go. She one of us. Who trained her? My mom and my dad. In life. And myself. I'm a smart kid. See, I just, right off the bat, I just underplayed myself because I'm much more than smart. The few of you who are picking that up, oh, she is brilliant, genius, exceptionally talented, and natural too, like my hair, like my nose. Notice I have not even addressed the chat room and what the haters are saying today. They're dead. In their own way. I really just described what they do. They need people to do their dirty work through. All I need is me in spirit. And I just throw it up to the ethers and watch mom and dad handle their biz. And mine too. I saw God in real life. And you had to make a lie. I mean, she crazy. She crazy. I either crazy or scary Carrie or a magical fairy. No, but that too, and it's the tits. Like, you really don't think that I don't know you people who are. If I say you people and you got to ask who are you people, then you are the you people. You really don't think I can't tell when you're being pushed by, like, the OnlyFans folks or the Hillsong folks or whatever it be. Like, okay, the camera just already come on. You got all this technology, and that's what they do. They love to do this stuff. That's a part of the MK Ultra. You can't sleep. You're supposed to come in. Okay. Excuse me because the moon is in Aquarius going to the Pisces. But excuse me, how many of you people, and this is no knock on the good readers, listen, because you too have been caught in a trap. I see you. I really do. I see you. You're just trying to get your math. But I'm just saying, when it comes to me, I would suggest you tell the truth. Like, you want to, like, get your little group and your little buddies and your little buddy rats and Whatever your followers, go ahead and do you, but not on my time. You're not going to get no lick off of me. The wheel has turned, and that wheel ain't here. That wheel is not here. That wheel is dying in hell with, with all his family. Run, Jafar, run. But hey, go ahead and do you, bro. Whoa, child. You remember when Janet Jackson married the Arab guy and all this and all that, and I'm gonna let that go. I'm just saying, it's just the stuff that you feel like you have to do, and then you like, God damn, did this stuff happen to me? Yeah. Where is her child? Did she have a son or daughter or whatever it be? And or was that two? What happened to the one with the barge? Never mind. I'm just industry tough. Never mind. Back to these people are OnlyFans. So, you know, when I see you with your, like, you look like you're in a negligee. You look like you're coming, like, okay, if you're a professional, if you're a professional intuitive reader and a professional therapist, why are you coming in with your tits out to here? Why are we having boobage everywhere? Now, I find it funny how YouTube will knock stuff off of cars. Like, oh, that's porn. You can't do that. You got to cover that up. Yet, they let some of these readers still coming up looking like right off the bat like sluts. YouTube, you're conflicted too. Are you around about the Kardashians or the Smiths or the deviant gatekeepers? Who are you? The bird says, you know. I know. She knows. She knows. She knows. Okay. But let's just say you got, hi. How are you doing? Hello, beautiful people. Here's hoping that everything's well. Now, that's a fake smile. You're programmed to do that, whether you feel that way or not. They do that in churches, too. You're programmed, or they do that in abusive relationships. You're programmed to say you're well when you're not. Maybe you need a personal reading from me. But I really don't want to open myself up to personal readings because, you know what, you got so many people who are in misery. I don't have that much empathy to be the therapist and have these people cracked out of my energy. That I'm not going to do. Which plane we talking? That sounds like another big boy. It's all the big boy. It's all the big boys coming through. The big uns. The big uns today. It's a big ones. It's a big boys today. It's the real spiritual daddies. Wait a minute. No. She's handling these people like Olivia Pope. Well, if I'm Olivia Pope, that's Daddy's Pope. Catch a clue for you in the box. Because Daddy Pope set that shit off. Message. But yeah, all these cards came out. And I'm not going to do cards per se. I already pulled them out, by the way. And if you missed it, Yasigi, I told you it was for the week. So I stand on that. Yasigi, Live Out Loud. Mbuya Nahanda, Radical Rebirth. Nana Baluka, Seasons, 'Tis the Season. Majaji, Manifestation. I'm probably butchering up these names, but if you have the African Rising Oracle God, African Goddess Rising, or these cards are the girl. Your marketing on this, the way you got this going on is so much. I love this so much more than the Muse Tarot. I found just a lot of stuff. I found a few errors in the Muse Tarot, and it was just a little bit of the stuff was a little convoluted. I got what I need out of it, but it was a bit convoluted. It reminds me of some people who think that they're. I'm not saying that was you, or I don't know who wrote your cards or what you put your cards through, but you know how you have some people who try to act like they're so intelligent, and they think, if I use all these words, and I'm going to do this in a psychological way, I'm going to do this like a professor today, I'm going to use all these words, and the words don't make sense. Like, what? No. Now, I don't care. I mean, like, you know, I don't care if her stock goes up, all fine and dandy, because I love this stuff. This is one of the I don't buy cars. Let me say this: the stuff I bought, me back in the day, the 4 agreements, which I told you what the 4 agreements were. Okay, let me do it again. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Always do your best, and don't make assumptions. Be impeccable with your word means be truthful, period. If you're not truthful, how are you going to be the best if you're not truthful? You're lying to yourself by lying about others. You put yourself in a box of lies, and you want to hold people hostage to your box of lies. And you wonder when you come up against me that you can't get me trapped into your box of lies. Well, because it's a box of lies, and you cannot trap truth in a box of lies. It doesn't take a rocket science or Neil deGrasse Tyson to figure that out. But you have a lot of gurus who is nothing but lies that come out their mouth, but they make it sound all spiritual and this and that, and they use all these words and these psychological words. And if you're not into words, and that's where the reading comes into play. And that's why it's a shame that kids are not even reading like they used to back in the day, because this country, this government, this world is trying to make these kids new slaves. And you mad because I can see the bullshit and the systematic failure. It is a failure in you, because if you have these kids growing up and they're not reading and they don't know what to do, you are eventually growing your own destruction. Those who get it, get it. That's what narcissists do. In that infinite wisdom of what they're not, they reap what they sow. And what they sow won't be a lot. It will be a lot of hell. It will be a lot of destruction. You want to make people stupid. You want to make people dumb and ignorant and dependent on you. And you're stupid by just the fact of the stuff that you do. And I don't give a damn if you're the president, the governor, the chief of police, or the biggest spiritual leader in the world. You're not above God. Period. Period. Beep, horn blow. And you're being shown that in a variety of ways. Mother Nature is laughing at you all, okay? You don't even see the destruction coming. And it's the destruction you made. Isn't karma a beautiful thing? ValJones don't have no hate or no anger today. Queen Nandi, intuition. I use my intuition every day. I was born with this gift. So some will come, I was born with this gift too. Where are you though? As you're showing on your boobs. You too. I hear you conflicted. Still conflicted too. I don't know why people feel like they want to be walked like a dog by the Jenners. Well, that is something I will never do. And these little bitches got a problem with me. I bet you won't show your raggedy asses to my face since you got all that power. Come see me in reality. How many witches and warlocks have seen me and go running back to their herd or their brood saying, well, y'all saw her, but I told her what to do. No, they didn't tell me shit. And clearly they didn't learn shit too. I'm still here, not hiding. So what did they tell you? The people who I used to talk to, what are they saying now why I haven't come back around anymore? What are they saying now why I don't hang with any of them anymore? Oh, there goes my crows right on time. Man, you can't make this stuff up and the sun just shine brighter on that. This never gets old. I am so into my craft. I am amazed at my own craft. And see, now that's why they're going to come and say, you know what, God, God wants to take you. Listen, little bitches. I'm showing you this in real time. Aren't you getting tired and sick of, I show you this, and then you come behind me and say the same stuff I did? God is talking to me right now. God is talking to you. But you're acting like a little twit, or you think I'm a little twit. Oh, that's how you get your money. That's how you get your lick. You sign these contracts and you can't get out of it. Well, that's not a problem for me. But I'm going to let you know that I'm going to let you know every day. Y'all can't tell me shit. I speak directly. I get my source from the source, not a tarot reader or oracle reader. I am the oracle reader. I am the tarot reader for what I need to be, for my community, for those who really are watching me and plugged into me. I'm giving them truth and honesty, morality, integrity, accountability. I'm not doing it for a lick. But I'm going to get my lick. because I do commercials too very well. I do commercials, I do rap parodies, I do poetry, I can host stuff. But you know what? Right now, right now all this stuff is an epic fail. People are very, very strange, and I realize that people are deranged, and that's why the covering is on me, because whenever I go out, people are shooting up everywhere again. People are just shooting up. They're shooting up and they're shooting up. They're shooting up and shooting up. So there's a reason why there's so much training. It's training day every day at Fort Bragg and Pope Air Force Base. I realized when they were like steering me out the way and why they be around me. So for all you little ragged ass little hoes, I got my eyes on you. I got snipers. Oh honey, no, we got snipers on you. Be careful what you ask for. And if I haven't said it today, you all are some of the sexiest, most wonderful tribe ever. Real soldiers lead the way. I'm not just going to say Rangers, because I have some Marines and some Navies too, and some National Guard, and all of them, all of them, all of them. Infantry, the elect, all of them. You know, I'm partial to the ones with the horse badge, and that too. The legacy is real. The lineage is real. Wouldn't you think that real angels, wouldn't you think that Archangel Michael or Archangel Metatron, and especially Melchizedek, wouldn't you think that they would be real bona fide soldiers? You think all archangels, you think angels are all about peace and light and love? What's that? You know, you're making us all sound like we're magical fairies. This is not that whimsical. You can't be that whimsical and deal with the devil, okay? The devil always has to be put in this place every day. Even the devil bows down. Jealous, mad as fuck. The devil's like a bad child. Mommy said you get ready to go another way. Don't do that. Oh. You get ready to make it personal. This is why I don't like playing psychological warfare games, because I start making that shit personal, and I'm like, okay. They want to see that motherfucker today. Oh, is that what we're doing? And that does take a lot of energy out of me. Oh, but I'm really good at it. I'm really good at it. I am really good at it. Ooh, they didn't know who they came for when they came for me. She's a devil. I might be to the devil. She a witch. I might be to the witch. Okay. Celestial alignment, and whoop, there it is. Look at the wonderful colors. Kind of matches my shirt there, Sugar Green. Look at the wonderful colors. We have all the same wonderful colors. The alignment is in me. Woo, child. Long Bubby Susie. She's just sitting here like this. Long Bubby Susie. Shame. 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 Where the ladies in the red hats? Shame. Shame. Shame on that bitch, that hoe, that trick, that whole tribe. Shame. Santa will not become the misfit Alice this year. Whoops. Well, so busy. So sad. Why sit here in the sunshine? Sunshine. My life, my life, my life, my life, and the sunshine. I'm the black girl of the sun. Abol Nimba, the harvest season has come. To those of us who are really on our alignment and our assignment, and it's being shown too. You don't have to force it on anybody. Those who are meant to see you will see you. We're not like the narcissists. We're not like their tricks. We don't need none of these motherfuckers, because ain't none of them worth shit. Anybody that's turned on you, give them an applause. That was God's plan, because they were going to turn on you anyway. They were. And that's why, remember the Sodom and Gomorrah story. Once the Creator removes that mask off these folks, once it removes the veil off your eyes and you see that these people didn't mean you right the whole time. No, it's not just now. That was them from the very beginning. Yeah, some made mistakes, some got caught up, but the problem was always them. The insecurity was always in them. The greed, the envy, the jealousy was always in them. For every playing, for every Abel, there's a Cain. And your Abel brought out the Cain in all of them. And they tried to rewrite the script and rewrite this and try to make you think, well, Cain was actually a good person. You know what? If y'all buy into that shit, this on you. You bought into the narcissist trick. You bought into the narcissist box. Then you box yourself. That's on you. Don't look for God to save you. Don't look for Buddha to save you. Don't look for Allah to save you. Don't look for Mother to save you. Don't look for Gaia to save you. You put yourself in a box when you knew the truth. That's why you're struggling right now. And some of you, I feel sad for you. Not that sad, I'm going to do anything about it. But you're the ones that you normally sign the contracts because your money wasn't right. So you didn't have enough faith in yourself or faith in the true Most High to think, I can make it. There's nothing like a bald-headed, and I mean bald-headed in every way, as in your mind is bald. Lights on, but nobody's home. Many times the lights aren't even on. It's just arrogance. They got so goddamn much to say. But when it comes to their real works, you don't see them. What did they do in the community? What did they do around people when the cameras weren't on? When the flashing lights weren't out? When the newspaper wasn't out? When it wasn't an article? When it wasn't for hype? What did they do in real life? What did they do in their secret closet? That too. You can hide from people, but you can never hide from God. And I love how people say, well, only God can judge me. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely 100% right. And with that being said, God is judging you. Well, who is she to? Who am I? It's not a question anymore of who am I. The question is who and what are you? You're being judged. And it's being shown to the world. Because you didn't know how to stay in your place and in your lane. But reminding you, this is just my point of view. They say I'm insane. And I could be. To the narcissist, I will always be insane. To the narcissist, I will always be a hoe, a slut, or whatever it be. I will always be what they are. They have no God or goddess in them. I represent that through and through. And that's why they hate me. And I get it. And I will never go back to any of them or anybody that signed off with them. Because that's what my parents said. Drop all of them. Little girl, you're not slow. You're not retarded. You are quite brilliant. You're more than just smart. You're emotionally, intellectually, physically, spiritually, and every way you're brilliant. And your heart is unlimited. But you know what we mean when we say all. Every single one of these people who turned on you, none of them can come back. Fearless love, oh sure. Me and Beyonce, we're not the same. It's now the sorority. You want to go to the black? You want to go to that? Probably is not even my sorority sister. If that was my real sorority sister, she would do better than that. I will hope so. But if it is her, she's going through some stuff too, and I don't have nothing to do with that. Mommy died, daddy died, I guess husband died too, so it's just me. That's just not my. That's not the right time for you to come around me. That's energy, rather that's dis-energy. I am lifting myself up from all this trauma that was put on me by myself and others too. Now I'm going to have somebody come in with all their misery, and that's going to bring me down. This is where my north node starts to come through. Yes, I'm going to be very elitist right now. I'm supposed to be. I'm not here to save anybody. I'm here to feed you in the way I do, and just do me, do my poetry, do my therapy. To the real soldiers who get it, who are on our north node, it's harsh. It's a harsh cutoff. But if you know, you know. You do not have time to deal with people who literally have shown you that they don't want to save themselves. Think about how many people who have robbed, raped, killed, and did everything. And they, God, please save me. Jesus, please save me. Buddha, please save me. They keep calling on somebody else for help. You have some people like that, the narcissists, who will call you, I just need $20 to, I can't pay my rent, or I need $20, but you spend it in blow, you spend it in gambling, or I'm trying to get money for the schools, I want to get some, we're up here raising money for the schools, and we're trying to, okay, open it already. Oh, the bird that came out, oh my God, Val just sorted these programs out. How many of these people, oh, and there's many around here too, we're just trying to build money for the schools, but the money's going to their pockets. And notice a lot of you grant people too. Notice a lot of people who win grants or get grants, they're people who, they know the people. That's why I learned a long time ago, I don't give a damn what Fayetteville does. With the Dogwood Festival, been there, done that. And all the festivals too. Sankofa Festival coming up, been there, done that. The only person that really get, you know what, the guy that was married to one of the founders. Now the main founder, always been cool to me. She's always been cool to me, even she retired. I think, she was, not to say she got caught up, but I think she started realizing, so she pulled back. But you had to start looking at the people who pulled back, and I get that too. Now maybe you were pressed that you really couldn't tell me what was going on, but that's okay. I see. I knew your energy. We were like that. We were okay. The others, we were not okay. People just come to my house all of a sudden. Like, how did you even find out where I live? But that's the funny thing about, or not the funny thing, but you can find anybody's house on social media. You literally can find where they live. And what is that about? So you can put in somebody's name and stuff like that, and you can find where they live. So don't think you're going to threaten me. Well, I can find where you live. Well, in the same token, bitch, I can find where you live. Like, so why do you think it's going to scare me that you can find where I live? I'm outside. So now the cars want to slow ride through again. Like, you're going to slow ride through, like you're going to get, like, there's not even a hump there, but you're going to get right there and slow ride and then put on your little windshield wipers, and maybe you're trying to clean or get a better view while your car is all tinted out, the windows are tinted, and you want to slow ride and you stop. Am I supposed to be scared about that? The old me would have went right up to the car. So you got a problem? Mommy and daddy said you don't do that again. See how much you have grown. You ain't starting no shit. But you outside handling business on your own. So if you want to play that fear tactic, and it's a fear tactic, then I'm not the one. Don't ever threaten me again, friend. Because if you do, then you're done. Because your doom has come. So what is the room? Let's end up with one room for today, which is one of my miracles. Look at how this book is just like, what is the day two? Or the eight days, the infinity day. The infinity stone. I didn't say with the moonstone. Don't sleep with this under your pillow if your spirit's not right, because the moonstone under your pillow, especially on a full moon, honey. And so I know some people are going to do that right now too. So this is the setup for the narcissists. They're going to prove me wrong. So you don't get Val is getting ready to swear. She voodooed me. No, I'm telling you. That's the beautiful thing about the people that care about your reality, the good conversations that you have with people and they know you too. Let me tell you something about moonstone. It's a powerful stone, very powerful stone, very powerful stone. But you put this under your pillow during a full moon at night, you're going to have some of the craziest dreams and visions you ever had, right? Reminding you when I was telling you way back in the day with my visions that I could just see all the world just passing away in a whole bunch of tornadoes and hurricanes and clouds and a whole bunch of shit. And I'm just looking around like, what the hell is this? I'm like the little girl in Poltergeist, like, what is this? What is happening? And then, and it's just all around me. But then all of a sudden a hand just reaches out, or arm just reaches out and saves me and pulls me right out of all of it. I was having, especially around 2012, between 2012 and 2020, I was having so many dreams like that. Like, what is going on? That was the vision of my future, where everything was going to go wrong. Everything around me was going to be insane. Criminals and rapists and pedophiles and drug addicts and drug dealers, okay, or whatever it be. Perverts and witches and warlocks, all trying to gain stock on me because they're led by narcissists or narcissistic group and clan, a coven of witches and warlocks. They're just cunts who want to simp for the gram. Cunt, simps, and stands. So that happened. That played out. Now, Val, you brought that. No. That was real visions. What I saw was chaos around me. All around me. Just crazy clouds and shit and tornadoes and just floods and all of it. And yet, there was always something to pull me out. Arm. A hand. That's the reason why I call myself the Yah daughter. Truth comes out my mouth. What's coming out your mouth today? So you can believe what you want to. But hey, that's up on you. I'm not here to make anybody believe me. It's not up to me. I haven't even asked anybody for money. If you so like to choose to donate to me, I mean, I can use donations. I still got bills. My bills are very real. How much do you pay your therapist? How much do you pay your hoe? Is she fulfilling your bill? Reminding you reap what you sow. Act if you sow into me, you might see your life grow. Because that's how it works. You seed into something positive and progressive. It's funny about that because I just changed my insurance too. So I rock with Flow. I rock with Flow now. Geico, I love you, but hey, Geico in North Carolina is... I have no problem with Geico. It's just way high in North Carolina. I'm not going to do that. But if you would like to donate to my channel, because I still have bills. I do this because these people have blocked my pay. Like I said, if the Eastern Stars and the Masons got a problem with me, you really do have a bigger problem, okay? If the preachers and the creature teachers and these principals who you know are sucking off your people. I told you that one little hoe at the principal who, like, you know, she didn't want me to come to the school anymore. And these students got so much out of me when I was speaking to these schools in reality. I did this, what they say that they're doing. All your so-called rapper activists, I'm doing good in the community. These are write-offs. These are all write-offs. They're doing it for the money. They're doing it for the gram. They're doing it for whatever it be, but they're not doing it from the heart. So please don't play me, bitch. If I really want to talk to you and call out your name on every single thing that you are, I could read you in such a way. I could be so brutally honest and rip an entire hole in these people's ass and their agendas too. I'm a dangerous little bitch when I'm on some shit. My shit is truth. Bob Jones Jr. don't back down to no hoe. You cannot put truth in a box of lies. Good luck with that, yo. Go ahead. Put this moonstone under your pillow tonight. I dare you. I dare you to go out and buy a moonstone and put that under your pillow tonight. Be quiet, hubby. They say they want to see the light. They say they want to be me. Let them go out and buy a moonstone and put it under your pillow. I dare you. I triple dare you. Go ahead. Go do that. No. And want to see. Let them see. Let them see what it's like to be me. Let them see. Yeah, if you would like to donate to me, you Cashapp Me $, ValJonesDaO, or PayPal me at iamvaljones@gmail.com. It's the 8th day. The cards for the week, you know, the cards for the week. Tomorrow, we're just going to do Soul School Cafe, period. One more. Oh, wow. 3 more. I guess it's 3. Well, there we go. I do know this one. I do know this one very much. So this is surrender. That's what they were always saying, surrender to me. Narcissists want you to surrender to. Narcissists want you to surrender. Who are you surrendering to? Are you surrendering to narcissists, or are you surrendering to God? I don't surrender to a narcissist. I don't surrender to a bitch. I don't surrender to a trick. I'm never going to surrender to a hoe. And I refuse, on my mama, on my daddy, and on my life, I refuse to surrender to a lie. Who and what are you surrendering to? They kept putting that up. Surrender. Jamiroquai, how are you? I know that just came out of nowhere, right? Jamiroquai, how are you, bro? There's an emergency on planet Earth. He knows why I said that. Anyway, surrender. You look at one of his videos, you'll see surrender, but it's spelled with an S-O-R-E. Anyway, but surrender. What is surrender to you? Let's look it up, shall we? 108. Let's say what the Most High has to say about surrender, and not what the narcissists do, because they want you to surrender everything: your life, your body, your money, your finances, your soul. I guess you won't sell my soul. I won't. You know, you already sold your soul. They really do want your soul. Did you think that you would try to put me in such a bind that I would do OnlyFans and sell my soul for a dime? You got me way fucked up. Just on that tip, I will always, forever be better than you. Period. It is through surrender that we come to recognize a force greater than ourselves, a limited power. Narcissists are not limited, they're very limited. That's why they put you in the box. They're very limited, but they want you to think that they're limitless. But you in a box. You're stuck in your own box of lies. Truth is unlimited. A lie is quite limited. That's why lies don't survive. At the end of the day, you really think that God is going to choose a lie over the truth? What are y'all listening to? Who is your God? Okay, I think that answers that. Surrender is the highest form of conscious contact with the divine. See, they want to make you think that they're divine, and they're just the opposite. This has been a class. Y'all should be paying me. Cashapp $ValJonesDaO. Cashapp $ValJonesDaO. I really do need to be about my pay, yo. Or PayPal me at iamvaljones@gmail.com. 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 Some of you so-called philanthropists and all this and all that you take this and put this on YouTube. I guarantee you, if you don't like really give that money where it's supposed to, all of that shit's gonna pass away today, and mommy and daddy gonna snatch all that shit right out from under you, and it's already happening because YouTube is going through some changes, Facebook is going through some changes, Instagram and TikTok too. You keep messing with the wrong one, but you still don't know who you're listening to. Well, I don't know how much I can say. What do I have to, like, if I strip myself butt naked, is that how you believe God today? Then you got a problem, bitch. Get over it. Almost all of the world's greatest religions and spiritual paths practice some form of surrender. Drawing this rune is an invitation to turn your will and your life over to God. But what is God to you? Maybe you should address that in yourself. If you're looking for something outside of yourself, you already miss who God is, because God works within you. God does not work outside of you, although you can go and touch some grass, feel the air, feel the sunshine, and that is still back on you. You don't need your mommy, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your preacher, your lover, or a special leader to do that for you. You just sit here by yourself and surrender to the energy that comes automatically to you if you surround yourself with quietness and just feel what God is, starting within you. And that just went over 90% of people's heads, and that's when I had to realize just how brain dead most of these people are. That is still amazing to me. Not trying to be funny, but most people appear to be operating on a sense of idiocy. I'm not with that. That's why mommy and daddy pulled me back. You've learned enough. I'm good doing me. It's going to be reading and cuffing and eating season, making money my own way. If you're facing a critical illness, a life crisis, or if the moment has finally come to stop fighting yourself, be grateful and practice surrender. And if you do nothing else, let go and let God. For many of us, this often repeated phrase has already provided safe passage to a new way of life. If you're seeing these words for the first time, let them mark a new beginning for your healing. The harvest has come if you're ready for it. But you got to take the steps, not to someone else, but within yourself. And it's going to take work. It's not an easy lick. It's not easy. People make it seem like it's easy, quick money. And then they end up even quicker in jail or in hell. It's your choice. It's your choice. Anyway. Shame. I don't think we would need long Bubby Susie that I don't think we need even address shame. If you know, you know. We don't even need to hype on that anymore. If you don't get it, you don't get it. Period. And this, I know what this is. This is love. Fearless love. And it's not, I love everybody. Nope. It does not mean that. No. Love yourself. Fearless love means be fearless in what you do. Be fearless in your truth if you know it is truth. If truth has proven that to you. Pisces is I believe, but the beautiful thing about a high vibing Pisces who's been through her Saturn return, who's been through the wheel, who's been through all of the astrological signs in herself, which means she's gone through all the things. She's learned personally. I told you, the spiritual path, the spiritual way, the walker, not the talker. I took it serious when somebody said, study all the scriptures, okay? You took it upon yourself to make like one is all and all is one, and that's where you dropped the ball. But love, if you can't love yourself, how can you love anyone else? And that's just plain and simple, basic math and sacred geometry. And if you feel like you're going to OnlyFans to make money, there goes the golden butterfly. You are feeling some shame, especially if that's something that you didn't want to do. Now, reminding you, they're prostitutes and hoes. They love doing that shit, but that's not you. If you're feeling shamed about, I had to do this to make my money, but I don't know what I can do, and I would suggest let this be a start. You have to cut that cord. Stop acting like I'm selling cord cutting rituals, and you haven't even cut your own cord yet. So how could I ever trust? Why should anybody trust you? I don't believe in anybody who's saying they're selling cord cutting rituals, and you can still see that they're miserable. And you can still see them only fanning with their tits and their ass or whatever it be. Like, well, we're talking about this. Well, apparently because you haven't learned the lesson. In yourself, you're struggling. Still trying to fulfill that contract of gang stalking me, which was always going to be an epic fail. Like I said, I don't always win, but I don't lose. Not to some hoes. Truth never loses to a lie. Love does not lie. Love is not lust. How many people say they have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lovers? And I love all of them. We so happy. We so happy. I just fuck all my people. I just fuck all my bitches. So you like being a pimp, or you like being a hoe. Some people, for whatever reason, I told you there's a lot of deviancy in this world. There's a lot of people who really are. I'm not talking about the people who are like retarded, as in your mind had it. Well, it's that too. I mean, y'all gonna, if you feel that type of way about a word, I really don't give a fuck about you. But I'm just saying, you have some people who are spiritually and emotionally retarded. I'm not talking about the ones who are like, you have an actual affliction or medical affliction that's happening to you. I'm talking about the ones who are spiritually and mentally retarded and financially retarded too. And they are always going to be the scammers and the grifters, and they don't have a problem scamming you. They don't have a problem lying to you. They will look you in your face and lie to you. And I think a lot of these people all over the place said, Val's an easy target, okay? And now it's not that they're not around me. I'm not around them. Again, why don't you walk up to some of these people today and say, why doesn't Val come out here no more? Or why don't I see Val around you no more? Or why doesn't Val do this no more? What are they saying? And really look at them. And just don't say anything. Just look at them. The bee just flew by. Just look at them and watch them with all your eyes, including your third eye. I bet on a day like today, with a full moon in Pisces, you'll start to see them sweat, and not just from the weather bed. The truth is going to come out today, and you're going to get what you get, and you're going to get what you give, and it's that. Anyway, that's it. I'm done. Didn't expect to do this, but then again, I never do. So, I guess I'm on my assignment. I guess this oracle thing, let me say this. I'm very appreciative of my gifts. I just don't like being, that's my whole thing. I don't like being thrown in a circle of oracle reads. That's not what I do. You have no idea how many times I want to give up the word oracle. I'm like, all these oracle readers and oracle tarot and oracle, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit, mommy. That's some bullshit, daddy. Oh, I see that. This never gets old. But you really are that empath. But you really are that oracle. You really are like the Neo. You can see that in reality. They make that up. They use screens and hype teams and thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. But it's all a part of that group. It's I always notice these people be talking to the same people day in and day out. And they all just look like, well, let's just say none of them I want to hang around. But it's back to you. Of course, it'll try to make people think that you're crazy because you're such a magical little creature. Nobody believes what you say, but you know what you're saying. Does it matter anyway? You could give a shit. You still getting your pay. Helicopter way off in the distance. Way off in the distance. Real soldiers lead the way, baby. You talked about Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, and that I'm Archangel Michael. None of these playing archangels on social media or TV. They're not. I'm going to tell you that right off the bat. All of these are liars. But hey, that works for you. Go ahead. Everybody wants to cosplay. I am not cosplaying. But you talked about Michael, Melchizedek, and Metatron. Gabrielle and Raphael. Very important angels in my life. Let's just say faith is Gabrielle. Gabrielle is faith, right? It's always an L. Again, I'm listed in the Moorish Science Temple as an L, not a B. So a bully bitch, a weirdo shit, somebody wants to make me their baby, okay? A bully, a beta, wants to make an L their bae. That's not how sacred geometry works. That's not how the lineage works. I don't bow down to you. Honey, at the very best, you are my footstool. At the least, you're nothing and dead to me. You are an example, a prime example of what not to do. So may all eyes be on you today. You want all eyes? Let's put them all on these lies as you see them play out right in front of your face. Not only did they mess with the wrong one, they messed with the wrong tribe. Now that's real grace. I believe in me and my gifts. I take care of me. Oracle didn't beg anybody. She just sat, made her cookies, ate, and just be. Your rent paid, Val? Yep. Your lights paid, Val? Yep. Your phone bill paid? Yep. Car note paid? Yep. You got food? Yep. Are you healthy? It's that too. Your health is your wealth. And that's a double and a triple. Yep. Still could afford to lose some weight, but I'm working on that, okay? Because I've been through some things. And considering all the things I've been through, don't I look great? Don't I look fantastic? Don't I look beautiful? So you think I'm going to let a fake bitch in a box with a fake wig or fake hair or fake nose or fake lips or little blabby little BBLs? Even the Kardashians are getting rid of their BBLs because those BBLs aren't shit. They convinced you to do something. Now they're having to get off because that shit hurts your body. But hey, y'all fell for that shit. And they mad. They can stay mad. Trifling little bitch. You can join your grandma too. You wanted to talk shit about my grandma and play on my top, and then your grandma died. There's gonna be a lot of people who's gonna lose a lot of sons and daughters, right? I remember What's the colonel, the general? They say, you come at us the wrong way. We promise you. You come plain. You come at us the wrong way. We promise you. Your sons and your daughters are going to be coming back home in caskets. That's the tribe I represent. So I could be all military bratish right now and say, so who the fuck you think you're talking to? Who are you trying to scare? Not me. It's good to be here. Happy full moon reading. We good. All good in my hood. That's it. I'm gonna eat some food and chill out, work on Soul School Cafe. I'll see you tomorrow sometime. Whenever I do. All right. Bye bye. Have a good day. Have a learning day.